In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to install a single faucet into your kitchen sink. Now, these single hole faucets are a little different than the standard 3-hole. This is what it looks like. In that these things need to be really tight, or they tend to kind of walk around and spin around on you. And I'm going to show you a little trick on how to get them as tight as possible so they will not spin on you. So keep watching, I'll show you how to do it. Alright, so once you stick your single hole faucet through the center hole on your sink like this, there's really nothing you need to do on the top side. It's the bottom side is where the trick is. So most faucets are going to have a plastic kind of fiber washer and a normal metal washer. The plastic one goes on first, followed by the metal one. So I'll slide this plastic washer on. Just be real careful with it, sliding over these fittings that it doesn't get cut or torn. Just like that. And now this metal one right here, you're going to want to take some grease. This is plumber's grease, but just about any grease will work. And you're going to want to put a light coating of it around one side of the washer. Now, if you can't find anything in the house, Vaseline works as well. Just like that, light coating. And you're going to slide this over all the tubing. Be careful of the rubber O-rings on all your fittings as well when you're putting this stuff on. That goes up there like that. Now the side with the grease should be facing towards you. It shouldn't be against the plastic. And now here's the metal locking nut. Now I also put just a thin layer of grease on the inside of these threads. Now I'll tell you what the grease is for. The grease on the inside threads of the nut allow you to get it a little bit tighter. It creates less friction. Does the same thing on this side of the washer. When this is compressed up against that washer, it's going to start to kind of mar the metal, and it won't allow you to get as tight as you could. So we'll do the same thing. We'll slide this nut over everything, being careful not to nick your rubber O-rings. And then we're going to tighten that on there. Usually most of these faucets will come with some type of tool like this here, and that's to help tighten up that nut. If it doesn't come with the tool, you can use channel lock pliers, or you can use a crescent wrench, or it'd be a very large open end wrench. So you're going to thread this on all the way. And some of the grease is going to start coming off of that locking nut. So when you put the grease on the locking nut, you can put it on there, not too heavy, but a little more than a light coating. The only thing that gets a light coating is going to be that metal washer. That doesn't need a whole lot of grease, and you want to make sure that it doesn't get all over that plastic washer as well. So we'll get this fairly snug, and then you're going to want to go around to the front side of the sink and make sure that your faucet is centered, or however you want it, on the sink. So come around to the front side and make sure your faucet is centered. And then if your faucet came with a special tool, that slips over like that, right on your nut, and then you can tighten this down. Get it as tight as you can get it by hand. I would not use like a cheater bar or anything like that, because there's really no compression anywhere. It's going to get tight really quick. But with the grease on this washer and the grease on these threads, it's going to get nice and tight, and this faucet is not going to wiggle around and get loose on you. Now, you don't really have to worry about that problem if you were to put in a 3-hole faucet, only for these singles. So that's kind of my little tip on getting these single hole faucets put in and keeping them to stay in place. Hope it was informative, and thanks for watching.